And so you guys worked together for doing the violence intervention side of things for a while, right?
Yeah.
What changed you to wanting to start switching to prevention, and what led to the Battle on Wax idea?
Well, we know that we can only tell guys so much in the neighborhood. Okay, stop shooting, stop selling drugs, but then what? You feel me? We had no other alternatives for these guys, as far as working for the people who's working for. Okay, we get out there, we mediate problems, and we try to iron out certain shootings and gang issues. But when the night is over with, what do we have to offer these guys? And that's what they was coming. Okay, you telling me not to do this, so how am I feed my family? I've been doing this for years. This is the only thing I know. So we feel that we had to come up with a program and organization that not only do intervention and prevention, but we had to give these guys opportunities where they be able to make money. And that's when Whatley Battle on Wax came about. We came together and we feel that, man, we got to give these guys some opportunities. We can't tell them how to eat because we're not providing for them right now. So we have to get out here and come up with something, a program, a system that will help these guys not only to make a living but become successful in a way to escape from the gang life.
Gotcha, man. And like also, how do you see this impacting like the level of violence that's going on in the community?
Oh, well, it's having a great impact because now guys see hope. You know, previously different organizations may have come through and they put a Band-Aid on a problem. We remove that Band-Aid and we going in with the stitch. We're trying to sew that patch up. And now they see that, okay, with my talent, I rap. These guys giving me an opportunity to showcase my talent, and I'm gonna have music execs actually looking at what I'm doing. Man, I need to be a part of this here. So the buzz is just abnormal in the community right now. You know what I'm saying? Because of what we're trying to do with this rap, Whatley Battle on Wax for Peace. I mean, you have guys submitting their CDs, they want to rap every time they say, man, come on, showcase me, because they know it's an opportunity for them to put their talent out there and be heard. So we feel that if we continue in the direction that we're going, that, man, it's gonna be a great success. The guys we're dealing with at Whatley, well, first, let me give a little history. This year's make 50 years since Whatley have been in gang war. East of Whatley versus west of Whatley. The East Side Disciples, the Air Rookies, to the Black Stones, to the Gangster Disciples, etc. So these guys has been warring for years. And now this generation that's warring now really don't have an idea what they're warring about. So it's just like, I picked up from where my big brother left off at, not even understanding what he was out here fighting for. But I knew that, okay, they wore red, I don't like red. Or they wore their hat to the left, I don't like guys who wear their hat to the left. You know what I'm saying? Hating guys because their concept and ideology was different from mine, which was crazy, but that's the way we came up. So what we're dealing with now is that now we have guys now that, see, back then we had a little structure what we was doing. We saw a guy with his mom's, he got a pass, or with his kid or something, or he got a pass. But nowadays, if they see a guy, no matter who he with, ass out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality that these guys got now. And to top it off, to make matters worse, you know, they're doing these ecstasy and all these other different type of drugs. So now you have the guy that usually won't shoot a gun, but when he get these drugs in his system, he will shoot anything. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely dealing with a whole different breed from when I was coming up. I mean, this generation here, I would say, is much worse than when we did some crazy things. But I believe this generation here is much worse. They're much violent than when we come up, because now they have no guidelines. There's no principles or no parameters. Anything goes with these guys. So we really when we say high risk, I think Whatley has the highs of the high risk, because there's been a lot of guys that have been killed on both sides. Guys that was well loved in the community and guys that was in it knee deep, and so there's a whole movement behind certain guys that have been killed. And what these guys do, they just go hard. Some guys say we'll never be peace over here. I beg to differ, but you know, that's their mentality. I thought the same way. You feel me? Back in my days, I would never be peace, but now I'm seeking peace. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where these guys come from. We definitely dealing with guys we have a lot of guys that really has no hope in life. So they were like, I would do anything, and they showed it by their actions. So we feel that by Whatley Battle on Wax for Peace, we targeting everybody in the community. It's not lopsided. We're not just dealing with west of Woodlawn or east of Woodlawn. We're dealing with everybody in the community, no matter what you are or what you used to be. If you can rap, let's get it cracking. That's our motto. You know, so let's get it cracking. You know, so put the guns down, let's get it cracking. If you can rap, let's see what's going on. So we dealing with the whole community. And that's why the guys is buzzing like that, because they say, okay, man, they're not just dealing with this group, or they're not just dealing with that group, man. They dealing with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we covering everybody in the community. So that's why we feel that our organization will be a lot more effective than certain organizations that came through in the past. So that's what we out here doing, just hitting every block, getting everybody involved, no matter what gang you come from or what family ties you have. None of that matters to us. None of that matters to us. You know, I was on Evans not too long ago. Back in my days, you would never catch me on Evans except with a ski mask on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on Evans kicking with the youngsters out there, and they doing what they do. And that's why everybody want to be involved, because we're dealing with the whole community.
So in the months that you've been working on this and promoting it on the street, what kind of impact have you seen in terms of violence?
Wow, man, the violence has dropped. I mean, I wish I had the stats with me, but we haven't had a fatal shooting. A fatal shooting since, I believe, July of last year, if I'm not mistaken. We haven't had a fatal shooting since July of last year.
And that's not normal for Woodlawn.
Not normal, because we had like fatal shootings sometimes twice a month. Then it'll be cool one month. We might have 3 the next month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like peaceful, you know what I'm saying, compared to how Woodlawn used to be.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I think that just about covers it. Anything else you want to say?
Well, what we're really doing is now we're trying to get the fathers involved. A lot of guys that come from my age group, my generation, to really get back involved with these kids, because I know a lot of guys have abandoned their kids or whatever, so they feel that, man, my son or my child don't love me no more or whatever, but the kids need that support from their fathers. So we feel that we can get the fathers back involved, or not even the fathers, those who were stepfathers or those who was looked upon as fathers or big brothers. We get them to join and get on board what we're trying to do. I think we have that much positive impact on the community. But a lot of guys is like, man, those shorties don't want to listen. Them shorties gonna do that. As long as you think that way, the shorties gonna continue to act that way. But if they see you concerned, you on the block with them, you know what I'm saying, you hanging with them, spending time with them, then they're gonna respect you. Then they're gonna open up to you. You wanna be a part of what you wanna be a part of. So I'm out there in the streets with these shorties daily. I done ducked bullets before, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, but I'm out there with them, and that's why when I come through, they respect, man, what you on, big homie? And they own the movement that I'm on, because I'm out there with them. They see, okay, man, big homie still care. He not trying to send us out, he not trying to give us no drugs, he not trying to do none of these crazy things, he trying to get us on the right path, and they respect us. So we can get those other guys, you know, that came up in our generation, because a lot of these guys respected, they're very respected, but they're doing their own thing. So we just, man, a little time, we don't want no money from you. Just a little time. If you come through, grab a shorty. Just take him out with you one day. You know what I'm saying? Let them see how you living now. Shorty will begin to ask questions. Man, well, how you doing it like this? Then you can be able to impact his life.
And for the program, you need volunteer mentors too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, we've had a lot of guys that have already played support, you know, from both sides that want to give back to the community. So we definitely have a great team that we've put together. I mean, guys from different walks of life who would never come into the room with one another, but now we party together and things like that. So we definitely believe that we're gonna have a great impact on the Woodlawn community. I'm not saying it's gonna be the Garden of Eden overnight, but I believe in time that the divide line on Woodlawn will be broken.
Gotcha, man. Any shout outs you want to give?
Oh yeah, man, I got a lot of shout outs, man. My people down in Alabama, Birmingham, give them shout outs. They support Woodlawn Battle on Wax for Peace. New York, LA, we thank you brothers for supporting us, you know. They give a shout out to them. They definitely been watching what we've been doing and you know, and giving us some support on that, and it's just the Woodlawn community. Thank you young homies, you know what I'm saying, for y'all support, man. It won't happen without y'all.